conversation. What's this, 4 now? Are we on episode 4? Fourth edition,
so, yeah.
patch 3.8. What is this? I don't even know what this is anymore. That's a good thing. That means we're doing this consistently, which is what we want. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, the way I'm doing this on YouTube is I'm doing these a week late. So last week's episode will go live tonight on YouTube. So that way it's always going to be behind. So if you're watching this, you want to see us, it's on Tuesdays at 9. If you want to get current information like throughout the week, since it's a week behind, it's going to get confusing, but follow me or Neo over on Twitter and you'll get the latest information of when we actually are going live. I'm getting text messages right now. What is this? Oh, it's Fumi saying what's up. Well, if he'd have answered the phone earlier, maybe he could have been part of the coin op conversation. So today is the top 5 beat 'em ups from the arcade era for each one of us. And I know, Marvin, you were saying that you didn't really play a lot of arcade beat 'em ups. Is that correct?
I mean, there's a couple I played, but I struggled to get the last 2. I played them like a couple times, but I got it. I'm good.
All right. So, all right. Are the names correct? You guys watching the stream, are they correct? Are they mirrored? Because I'm looking at Discord and everything's mirrored. Okay.
Honestly, mine's fine.
So let's go around the horn as they were and tell everybody what we've been doing this week. We will start this time with Marvin. Vegeta, what did you do this week leading up to this conversation we got going on this evening?
Work. Basically.
The cup's all like fading in and out of existence.
Did work, a lot of reading, a little bit of Fortnite, some Tekken, unfortunately, and a ton of MK labbing.
MK labbing. Okay, so what are you doing in MK? For those who don't know, that's Mortal Kombat, by the way.
Labbing Frost and whatever new, well, not new, but it's a new variation that I made that I want to use, and it's actually pretty fun.
Okay. I mean, that's it? That's all you've been labbing?
Pretty much. Tekken has casually played, but I haven't really been hardcore. Not as fun as it used to be. Can't wait till 8.
So is there even any talks of 8?
There's probably going to at some point, I would think, because they they left the story to the point where like, oh, there's gonna be a sequel of some kind. So
I just didn't know if I know with COVID, the most games haven't had a lot of anything. I think the only games that really been had anything is what, Tekken and Dragon Ball, right?
Mortal Kombat as well.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's been doing some things too, though. They've actually done like some.
Just came out with yeah, they have been. And they just came out with their ultimate update.
Oh wow! Okay, well there we go. NetherRealm still kicking it into high gear. Gamer, tell everybody what you've been up to.
Pretty much. Actually, been a slow week. So, for some reason this week, I know you're talking about Tekken. I've been getting a lot of Tekken invites. Been playing people, in lobbies with Tekken. And my rank had reset, so I was going through the rank adventures and getting my rank back. It's been hilarious.
Gotta love
Reset?
it.
But also been playing a lot of Hades. I kept hearing great things about it.
That's a good
It was
game.
on sale. It
Chat,
is.
if you guys have not played Hades, oh my god, it is a great game. The replay value in that is insane.
It is. But I do have one knock on it, but that's if we ever talk about games like that. But other than that, it's a great game.
Wait, we gotta stop for a second. I just got a follow from Fumi. You're telling me you haven't been following this channel?
Wow.
I thought Fumi was following the channel.
Is it a troll account? Are you just now following? Are you kidding me here?
He's a newly married man, so his mind's been like all over the place.
He said I was. You unfollowed me?
Wow.
You unfollowed?
Wow.
You won't have no Marvel talk, so he's like, forget this, I'm out.
Gives you a warning.
Fumi hit us with that Prime sub, all's forgiven. Appreciate the Prime sub there, Fumi. Chat, throw some ninja stars for him. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate you.
Fumi's my
Look
hero.
at the streak. That's 1 month, baby. Let's go. Throw the stars for him, chat. Okay, gamer. Not to interrupt you.
Okay. No, I was playing that, and And yeah, mainly that and shoot, I was actually playing something else, and my mind went blank because you were making fool me and making me laugh.
Hey, I can't
Mhm.
help it.
But
That's
no,
all on
because
him.
but you were doing a lot of talk about Street Fighter. I was thinking
Yes,
about
sir.
getting back into it myself, and I know they got a update coming sometime. They keep showing Dan, but we're like, okay, when is it coming? It's supposed to be sometime, what, February, March time frame. I do want to get back into it. I like the game too. I just never had people to play, so that's why the motivation is never there.
Yeah, I loaded it back up, as you know, gamer. I loaded it back up yesterday and was going to try and get my Street Fighter on, and I was going to stream it, and I was going to show everybody how awesome of a Street Fighter player I am. But I couldn't get Streamlabs to work with it. It would only show me a black screen, and I ran into that problem before, and I just didn't feel like messing with it, trying to get it to work. Streamlabs is an amazing product. Sponsor me. But no, anyway. Fumi says what's up to everybody. Throws a little wave out there. John, tell us what you've been up to.
I hadn't been doing too much. I have been working on the Cadillac a little bit. I did the changed the diff fluid. Um, did some little repairs on the inside and stuff like that. So just kind of minor stuff.
That's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
cars.
I did.
If there's one thing that I have learned over all my years of gaming is that most gamers are also big car guys or girls, car people. Whether or not you have a car doesn't mean that you're, not into cars. So most of them that I have met are into cars. Anyway, for me, everybody, I've been again back at work, physical therapy for the doctor. So my weeks have been, or this week has been a lot of the norm. But we did stream. We streamed yesterday, which is not usual for a Monday. We streamed some 7 Days to Die and got the day 14 horde done. Not too bad. It was that game doesn't get really hard till you get later. So it was more or less kind of boring. Excuse me. But the chat was engaging, and that's what really matters. The gameplay itself wasn't what it's all about. Phasmophobia has had some insane updates. Every day this game is getting updated. They did an update today where they went through and actually changed so much stuff. They buffed so many items, and they changed enough to where the game is changed in a good way. All these updates are a huge W, and if you guys want to take the time out to play Phasmophobia, do so. It is a great game. Or you can watch me play it over here, twitch.tv/SyberNinja. What? If you're watching me, you already know that. Anyway, we play it from time to time. We'll be playing it this week as well, probably Thursday. So that's what I've been up to. So
That dude needs a team.
he does, but he's pumping out update after update. It's crazy. He's going to burn himself out, is what's going to end up happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably.
Exactly. That's why he needs a team. That dude's pumping out too much stuff to be by himself.
And the stuff that he's changing is like everything is, it's like he's putting it in as like minor updates, and they're actually major updates. Like they're major game changing updates. Like he just changed one where the ghost itself actually wanders more often, so it's harder to find the ghost room. That changes a lot in big maps.
that does,
So
actually.
I mean, I love the update, so I'm okay with it, but man, let's keep it moving. All right, so
Hope dude doesn't wear
if you
himself
guys
out.
were with us last week where we were chatting, we said we were going to do our top 5 arcade beat 'em ups from whatever era we played in the arcade. I have a feeling a lot of our lists are going to be the same. I know Gamer went out of his way to change his list, so it's not really his top 5 favorite. It's just his top 5. He wants to be different, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to go around the horn, 5, 4, 3, etc. Then we're going to do some honorable mentions if we have any before our number 1. Chat, if you have some beat 'em ups that you would like to share with us, also place them in chat. If you have a list, go around the horn with us. Do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're watching this on YouTube, let me know in the comments below. We'll all be watching it, I'm sure, and we can all respond to it as well. So we're going to start with Gamer, because I'm curious to see where he's going with this. So what's your top 5 arcade beat 'em up, sir?
All right.
Give me number 5.
I don't know this list for a lot of people, but for me, this is one of my favorite genres in arcades.
Oh
Beat 'em
yeah.
ups, beat 'em ups, fighting games, and side scrollers slash bullet hell games. Like those were my favorite genres.
Absolutely, I agree. Mine too.
Mhm.
So I played a lot of beat 'em ups,
I like
and
racing games too.
I did too. I was terrible at them though, but I like them. You know, I crashed with the best of them. But my number 5 is, and some people may have heard this, some people haven't, but my number 5 is Cadillacs and dinosaurs was the number 5.
It's called what?
Cadillac and dinosaurs.
Did you say
Oh,
Cadillac
I
and
remember that.
dinosaurs?
Oh,
Yeah, Cadillacs and
I
dinosaurs.
saw that
You-
once or
You've
twice.
never heard of that?
See, that's what I was
I heard
saying.
of it. I heard of it, but never played it.
Not
Chat.
only is it a beat 'em up, it's a cartoon also that came out back in the day with
Mhm,
this too.
mhm.
And it's also you got it. You got to Google it. Google it, man. and
I'm
just
googling.
watch
I'm
the
googling
videos.
it.
I can't believe
First
you've
beat 'em-
never heard of the game.
I'm
That honestly
surprised.
shocks me.
Okay, I've seen it. I
Right.
didn't know that's okay.
You never played?
I've never played it, but I've seen it.
Wow.
I've never played it.
It was the
I've never played
arcade
it.
that was
Let's
that
do
was on
this.
Camp Lejeune. There was an arcade that had it, and that was my stress relief. Was playing that game. That game was so fun, and it
Chat,
was
let's
so
do this.
well. That game was to me ahead of its time because so much detail they put into it was insane. It was so fun. That's why I had to put it on my list. I was gonna put it somewhere. I didn't care where, but after going through my games, I had to stick at number 5. I didn't want it in honorable mention, but that game is there. That's number 5.
Here we go. Let's see if I can get this to. We're doing this on the fly.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to try and do this, right? And then we're going to do this, kind of in the way of it, but it's all right. We're gonna just deal with it. So this was the cover right here. Okay, apparently Google wants to.
Make it to some console. I don't think it
No, I
did.
don't think it ever. No, it never got a console release. Strictly arcade.
None of these pictures are loading. That's not even okay.
No.
What is this? What is
Maybe a
this?
Spectrum.
Maybe. Oh my God, are you serious? What is this?
Darn you, Spectrum.
I mean, you guys can kind of see it right here. We'll do this. Shh. That's Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, chat.
Mhm.
I don't know. It was on Sega CD.
Really?
It was?
Oh, wow.
It was on Sega CD.
Never had Sega CD, so I guess.
PD
Yeah,
Chloe, thank you for the
me neither.
follow. Chat, you can throw some ninja stars. The long play of it looks like it was 55 minutes. I don't want to. Let's see. See if we can pull it up on YouTube. I don't want to hit no copyrighted music, so we're going to mute it. For way too long? I didn't even know this game. Like, what?
I'm genuinely amazed you've never seen this game.
Me too. Like a lot of people usually mention beat 'em up. They usually mention this game. I know, like younger
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
probably
a
wouldn't
couple
know it,
times.
but
So this is Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, chat. Yo, he's got a Uzi? Are you serious? The ads? Are you like, what is this? Come on, man.
Lee
Hey,
Moo
get some-
Oh
Easy.
God, it's it's Raid. Raid Shadow
Oh,
Legends.
no. Raid
Become a
Shadow
believer.
Legends.
everybody's sponsored. I'm surprised you ain't
Yeah,
sponsored by them
literally.
yet.
I hit play and it's like ad. Look, he's got a Uzi. It even says it in the corner. It says Uzi.
That's Mustafa the first.
What?
Mustafa the first with a blicky.
Sponsored
The
dinosaur with it.
dinosaur.
Yes. And there's Cadillacs too.
They're just taking bullets. Look at them. I can't. I
Pick 'em
can't. I can't. That okay. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So
Game-
I'm really surprised that you've never seen. that
I've
game
never
before.
seen that, but okay. So what's next on? Oh no, actually, we're gonna go each person, right? So now let's go Vegeta. Give us a beat 'em up. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, chat. See, that's why we do this. That's why we're here. I've been around a long time. I've seen that game, but I've never seen it in an arcade. There's a donut on the ground. Wait. Look, hang on. Look,
There was
there's
donuts and Simpsons.
Look, there's a donut right here. You see it? Open the door, get on the floor. I can't. If I do that, I'll get DMCA'd. Okay.
Oh
But
my god.
I know where you're going with this, and now it's stuck in the head for the rest of my night. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Trust me, that's a snippet of how crazy this game gets. It gets wild. There's some
I
stuff
believe
right
that.
now.
I believe that. I'm gonna go ahead real quick. I'm just gonna skip ahead. Yep, I'm seeing some crazy stuff. Okay, it's still Mustafa the First, so that's the top tier person apparently. Oh my god, it's like an alien and dinosaur. Okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Go check it out, chat, if you can. I'm sure it's on an emulator somewhere. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, I
Oh,
want
find
that.
it in an arcade somewhere.
Find an arcade.
Somewhere.
Find an arcade.
Somewhere.
All right, Vegeta,
Somewhere.
give me your number 5 on your list. This game is absolutely a must play. What is it?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that came out in '91. That
Okay.
on
Original
Nintendo
arcade.
was ported as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
It was. That is factual information. So,
Yes.
that is an absolute banger, and I'm actually surprised that is that actually your number 5, or are you just throwing out a top? Like, is that not in order for you?
That's my number 5.
Oh wow, Okay, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued because that game is absolutely.
No, that game's fire. Like
banger.
my top 5 are my top 5. Like I had fun with them, but I
So-
would say that was my 5th because I didn't play it as much as the others.
I can't play the
I
music,
think I like
chat,
the others more.
but this game here, this is a memory piece right here.
This is also
This is-
a mainstay.
Just think of the
Teenage
Ninja
Mutant
Turtles
Ninja Turtles.
cartoon.
Longest time.
Yeah, the Ninja Turtles cartoon theme. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
true.
the intro for all
Total
levels.
power.
Yeah.
So
This
that
game
is
was loud too, and you walked to the mall,
1989.
you would hear this game in F&G. This game was loud.
Mhm.
no,
You
it
know,
really
what's
was.
that free-
It was
what's
absolutely
that free-
insane.
It had free credits too. Like every time I walk past it, it's always like a turtle just sitting there and nobody's playing.
That's
Like,
true.
ooh, I'm playing
That's
now.
true. Yeah, that
Well,
is
probably 'cause, like,
absolutely
I mean,
true.
Player
Like
man.
they got stuck on Raphael or Leonardo, and they had to sit on
Exactly.
had to sit on the side of
always,
the cabinet
I
and
always
try to
used-
play, like get carpal tunnel and like neck
They know the-
neck
They know the
cramps.
tech,
And,
how to work.
I
those
always used
characters.
Donatello and Leo.
Yeah, well, Donatello's overpowered in that
He's,
version
in every game he's
powered
in,
every
he's
game,
OD
yeah.
because
because
his
it's
range
got
is
so much
retarded.
range. It's ridiculous. So that is absolute banger, and I got to tell you, I would be surprised if that's not on everybody's list. So I'm shocked it's your number 5. So let's put it that way. All right, what do you got, John?
my number 5 was Dungeons and Dragons.
Ooh,
That is a
great choice.
absolute. Which
The game
one? There was
was-
3 of them. Was it like there was like Tower of Doom?
That was there too.
What was it, like Tales of Mysteria or something like that?
Shadow over Mysteria is what I think it was
Shadow
called.
of Mysteria. Yeah.
So just to show people that if they don't know what it is, there's a Mr. Beast ad sub to him, I guess. He needs it. He needs the help.
Because he's
Right.
lacking money.
Yeah, he's struggling. Every little bit helps, chat. So this here is, let's go ahead and let's cut me off. Oh my god, it's Mr. Beast again. Are you serious? The
Oh my goodness.
ads
Watch
are
his
through the
He
roof.
watched his face.
He really needs
Watch
the
him.
help, chat.
He definitely needs some help.
So this is Dungeons and Dragons. This game here, if I remember, you actually leveled up, right? As you played through
Yeah,
it?
you could level up and like you could kind of choose your path going through the game too. So,
Man Scorpion, that boss name is ridiculous. It's the Man
Man.
Scorpion.
it's a man. and
It's the Rock.
It is the Rock. It's the Scorpion
It's
King.
the Scorpion King. This
Also
game
terrible.
was ahead of its time.
I was terrible at
We
it.
had that
Directed by the
engineer-
guy behind Vanillaware. What?
It was?
He said Chronicles
Really?
over Mysteria. What? Is he? Are you serious?
That real?
I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Omega. Anyway, did you ever beat this in the arcade?
Like once, and it took a lot of
I
money.
was saying that's a lot of money. Because if I remember in the Dungeons and Dragon arcade beat 'em ups, if you ran across a dragon, I think they one shot you every time they hit you, didn't they?
Damn near. Yeah, there was like tricks to beating certain bosses and stuff. Like the goblin, you had to burn him to kill him. Otherwise, he would just
he would just keep
regenerate.
getting up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah, the game was really good. And like you said, there's like 3. I think there's 2 or 3 games for it.
Remember two. I remember there's a one before this one.
I just
Yeah,
remember. Always remember Tower of Doom. I don't
The
know why
first
I don't remember more, but
yeah. Tower of
FNG
Doom, I
had
think, was the
both.
first one.
Yeah, FNG had both. Well, I know they had
Yeah,
two. I don't know about if there's a third one. Probably is a third one, but
okay. So, you guys ready for my number 5?
sure.
go for it. What is
So,
it?
I'm trying to pull it up already, so that way I can just play it. So, this game, the reason why this game is my number 5 is because 2 arcades I knew had it, right? And I could never beat it until way later in my life when I was able to put in free credits. Okay. But I played this game. You'll see why. This game was literally designed. You could not beat it on 1 quarter. It was impossible, to my knowledge. If somebody beat this on 1 quarter or 1 play without having to add more credits, I think it's tool assisted, because I don't think it's possible. That's just what I'm saying. So that game, chat, is a game called Crime Fighters.
Oh my
I remember
god!
Crime Fighters.
The reason why I say you couldn't beat this game in 1 playthrough is because your life bar was actually a timer.
Yep.
So when you put in your quarter, you actually were set on a timer, and as you played through, it went down. And if you took damage, your timer went away faster. But what I loved about this game is that they took other characters from other franchises and threw them in there and made them like bosses. And I just thought it was really cool for some reason. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Here's the game in itself. You could punch, see he's hitting them, dink, tearing them up. I don't think you could kick. I think you could only punch. Am I right? I think you could only punch. Yeah, when they hit the you know what? I think you could kick.
That was great. That was like the best part. You knock them on the ground, you just start stomping.
Yeah. So here we go. See, here's all the bosses. It's really bad video quality. That's not me. That's YouTube chat.
You know, that's like the sprites like Double Dragon.
Yeah, I mean the game is very similar. But they have like over here, they have the Freddy looking character. They have the guy with the chainsaw. Yeah, you could kick. You could do like jump kick stuff. But see the top of the screen? That's your health bar. All those up there, chat. The timer's going down. That's your health bar. So it just constantly went down from the time you put in money. So as a kid, I couldn't never get past like 2nd or 3rd stage because I didn't have the money. But this here is the boss rush. This is the last stage. This is every boss you run across. And you have to fight them all again at the same time. The game is so busted, but it's super fun. And I absolutely loved it. And that is 100% my number 5. We're going to do some honorable mentions, but that is without a doubt my number 5.
That
Fun
game was
though.
So bad, it was great. Yeah, it was great. It was busted. But here's a fun fact also. Flipper McCoy's had that machine. Flipper McCoy's had it. So if you put a 1 quarter in, you got $9.99 life.
Oh, see that you could win on a single coin playthrough.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can like every time you continue, you got $9.99 life.
Yeah, that see when I played it. I played at a grocery store. It was was it a Farm Fresh? I don't even remember what it was now, or like a Winn-Dixie's. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, I remember the store, but I don't remember what it was. I was young, but you only got 100. You started with 100.
Damn,
that's so wrong.
I couldn't 100. Win. But that's
literally no way to win that.
That's the definition of a beat 'em up, though, right? They're quarter munchers. But I loved that game as a kid. I really did. And
Yeah, but you have to feed quarters into it from your
I'm
pocket as you're
serious,
playing.
You just gotta funnel the quarters into the machine.
That was the original
That's what I'm
microtransaction game right there. That was the original.
It was, but it was a blast. I enjoyed it. So, chat, if you want to throw me your number 5 arcade beat 'em up, not console. We're gonna do that at a different time. But if you have an arcade beat 'em up that you remember from back in the day, throw it in the chat now. Don't throw your entire list. Just throw me your number 5. We'll look them up here on YouTube if we get time, and let's see what your taste is like. So, Vegeta, what is your number 4?
Neo do his? Oh yeah, Dungeon. Oh, wow, we're up to 4 already.
We are.
All right.
See, it goes quick.
Yeah.
We're gonna elaborate.
I'm lost in, like nostalgia, man.
Mhm.
My number 4 though be the Battletoads arcade game.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
That was
man.
actually pretty decent.
Battletoads Arcade, for those who don't know, was not. It was
Like a
actually
completely different game.
Yeah, it was nothing like the Nintendo one.
It was completely. It was like really animated, but really dark. It was like one of those adult cartoon kind of deals where you're like, it's maybe a teenager should be playing it, but not a kid. The game was awesome, especially in 3-player.
Who was that?
See, I didn't know this game existed for like years later, and I
I
found it
never
by
played
accident.
an arcade that had it.
Came out, I want to say it came out in '94, maybe if I remember right. I don't remember exactly. I think it was, but there was like 1 or 2 arcades I went to that had it, and I played it, and I was like, dude, this is so awesome because I had the Nintendo version first, obviously. Then like later on,
look at all the blood and everything. Like
yeah, and
it
they'd be drilling
really
people
wasn't-
and stuff. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I played it at Six
I
Flags.
literally
I
I played this game, but I never went to an arcade that had it. So I never saw this in the arcade, not once.
Yeah, I only played it once, and I was out at Six Flags, and I saw it, and I was shocked by it. I was like, "What the world?" And it's nothing like the Nintendo.
I mean,
version.
it is.
Yeah, it was like
It
Six
is one of
Flags
those
and
type of games that you would play at like Six Flags or like Busch Gardens or something like that. Like a
Yeah,
This
and
dude
then,
broke out
there
a
was-
drill and just drilled the
I would visit
skull
my
of that thing.
grandparents in New Hampshire, and they obviously they have malls and they have a couple arcades up there, and that's where I played it mostly.
When I saw this game beaten, it was at GDQ, Games Done Quick, and they went through this speed running it, which you beat 'em ups are pretty much you're forced to. It's a side scroller, so you can only beat it but so fast. But it was very entertaining to watch them just melt all the enemies. So Battletoads for
Also, they did
you.
they also the console version, speed run.
Yeah, the speedrunning on the console version is very entertaining because that's actually a really hard game. This is just going through.
Yeah, this is a side scrolling beat 'em
Just
up.
a side note, now that I think about it, I talked about this with my coworker earlier. I was like, when we were kids, man, we weren't chumps. Like, we had some hard games, be it by design or not. Bro, like my first 3 games was the original Ninja Turtles,
That game's hard.
Battletoads,
Yep.
and Batman on NES. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I
all
played them in
those-
hindsight. I'm like, how did I beat? Like,
You-
dude, these
You
games
didn't
are rough.
realize you should have been sponsored just for beating those 3 games as a kid. Like, you should have been already having your G Fuel code ready to go.
Yo, games were
I
hard.
mean, I got stuck in parts for a while, but you eventually figured it out. But jeez, man.
No
Like
internet,
beating Punch Out back then.
free internet.
Oh yeah,
Free
Punch Out
to-
was a big deal too. If you beat Tyson or Mr. Dream, depending on which copy you had. Let's be real, it was Tyson.
It was Tyson.
So
Never played
PDK
it.
puts Golden Axe as the number 5.
Ooh,
And
good
I got to
choice.
tell you, that is a very good choice. It's a very good game. Omega throws out Altered Beast, also a very
very good choice.
good choice. I got to say, with Altered Beast, that game was actually a really good game, but I like
Short.
I like the story of the game more than actually playing it. Like, I actually thought it had an intriguing
Yeah.
story, but I didn't actually enjoy playing it that much. That was very weird.
I first played it on Genesis, actually. I didn't even know it was an arcade game until way later.
It was at F&G actually. F&G had it.
Yep.
Dude,
FNG
FNG
had it.
had like
Rise from your grave.
welcome to your doom.
Power up.
Oh man,
Power up.
hearing the Genesis version that dude say "Welcome to your doom" always cracks me up every time because he got that high voice. Yeah,
Yeah, which one did so the Genesis had, was it the bear form?
Oh, it was-
That was not the bear. The
Yes.
bear form was on the
Yeah.
Genesis, but not the
Genesis had
arcade.
bear.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Because Genesis had bear, dragon, tiger, and I think, was that it? Was it just
And
those three?
Dragon.
Bear, Dragon, Tiger, Wolf.
And
And the
the-
wolf. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wolf
that's the
was
first
twice.
one. Yeah, yeah, that's right. You get it the first and at the last stage, or
The
I don't
last stage
remember.
was also the wolf. It was like a souped
Yeah,
up
last
version
stage
of
was
the
the
wolf.
Wolf too. But yeah, it was like a souped up version of the Wolf.
Okay, I barely remember it, but I have it on Gamer X's arcade classics of the Genesis that I still have here at my house that I'll give back to him never.
Well, I gave it. That's pretty much officially yours, man. You might as well. I'm sorry to have it.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
It is. It is.
My
All right,
Resident Evil
so
novel.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with John. Give us your number 4.
Well, my number 4 was actually the same as Derek's number 5, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Oh, wow! All
Yeah,
right.
I feel. I'm glad somebody else had it on their list besides me.
That's
game was-
crazy to me. What arcade
That's why I
around here
said it's
had
still-
that?
I don't think I played it around here.
I would say I don't remember an arcade around here that had it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I genuinely can't remember where I played it, but it might have been like
I remember 2 places I played it. I had it in Camp Lejeune when I was in North Carolina, and Springfield, Maryland had it for a little bit.
mhm.
Like when I first went up there, started playing Tekken, they had it. They didn't keep it for long, but it was there for like a couple of weekends. I went up there, they had it.
Okay. All right. Well,
But I don't think anybody here. I wasn't surprised that Virginia Beach didn't have it. Like Lynn Haven, I'm surprised they didn't have it.
now see, but again, I remember seeing it, but I don't remember the name. So there's a chance that I might have saw it at a bowling alley or something like that, and just
Yeah,
saw it, but I don't remember actually playing it. But it looked fun. So we're not going to show it again on stream just because we've already talked about Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. So that's fine. But Gamer, throw us your next obscure game that I've never heard of that'll be on John's list.
Oh, mine's my number 4.
Yeah, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually it's probably gonna be on everybody's list. If not, it's probably be honorable mention, and that's X-Men.
Okay. So the X-Men arcade game, it's actually coming out as an arcade one-up cabinet, which I am 100% going to
is?
get. Yes, that was announced.
yeah.
And
This is
Okay,
announced
I'm
like last week.
fine now.
it was announced last week.
I'm
It's
getting-
going to be X-Men. I don't remember what else is on that one.
I don't care what's on it. I'm getting that. Just
It's
that.
X-Men, and I don't know what else is on it. And then they also announced the Killer Instinct, which actually comes with Killer
The KI
Instinct.
one.
Yeah, Killer Instinct, which I'm getting. And Archon, I hope you're not watching this. It's your Christmas present. But I'm getting Killer Instinct. It comes with Killer Instinct 1, 2, and Battletoads, which was on Vegeta's list. So
What?
Yeah.
Damn,
Remember,
bro.
because Rash was the guest character in the new KI, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man.
so
yeah,
and they're all
dang.
done by Rare, so that as well.
God, man.
When's that drop? I'm about
I
to
want
get
both
that.
of those.
So
man.
right
I
now
gotta know where
it's
to
just
put
been
them.
announced. It's not actually
Yeah, they just like showed.
I
mock-up
have it
pictures
on
of them.
notification so I can get one when they come out. But that's where we're at with that. So X-Men is on the list for Gamer X. So again, I'm not going to play music from them. I will show you on the background of my screen the
Which
actual
is
game.
sad. 'Cause that's
Yeah, because
soundtrack
of the
was
sound
great.
effects, bro.
I know.
I
Well,
was
the thing is,
great.
X-Men should be okay. I think X-Men would be okay to
X-Men soundtrack was the joint, man.
Oh yeah.
No, somebody was playing Colossus in the arcade, bro.
Yep, that joint was loud. His intro was great. It was just so. Oh man, I don't know where they got these actors from, but it was awesome.
X-Men.
Welcome to die. I'm like, all right.
This game, I'm telling you what, chat. I spent a lot of money on this game, and I'm not surprised that it is on Gamer's list. I'm a little shocked it's number 4, but I am not surprised that it's on his list.
I loved the rare times I got to play 6-player, especially like Chuck E. Cheese and stuff.
Oh my god, boy, they're
Oh
throwing that
my
money on this
God.
machine. So, fun fact, right? This is not even a fact. I'm making this up, but Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, and Storm. We would all agree they are very popular X-Men, correct?
Correct.
Dazzler was not a popular X-Man. However, I was actually glad she was in the game because she was one of my favorites in the comics. But I was very shocked to see her on the in the game. Like, she was not a very well-known character. Like, they could have used anybody else, like Iceman or something like that. I'm just curious to
Damn
why they
near any
chose.
other character. Yeah.
Me too. I was wondering. I probably was like one of the things they probably agreed to. It's part of the licensing thing because normally they have a character that you have to put in their game.
Well, I'm mad. They picked everybody. Well, they don't have Nightcrawler on the screen, but this game was great, chat. This game, there's nothing about this game that's bad. If you have,
No, surely not.
I have it
made
on
this game,
PlayStation. I don't know who made it.
Look, they're moving at the same time.
Konami.
so
Konami
I think
made
it's
it.
all for one.
I made it.
Konami made a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, see, that's exactly why I need to keep the music off. Because they're gonna play an ad and it's gonna have like some major laser or something back there, and then I'm gonna get hit with the good old copyright claim. But
Oh man.
anyway, so that's X-Men. If you guys didn't play X-Men, it's on PlayStation 3.
It is.
It was as a buyable
That's
in
right,
the
it
item
was.
shop. Item shop.
Yeah.
Item shop. Yeah, it's item shop in the PlayStation
It's an
Store.
item shop.
I don't know if you can get it for PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. I'm imagining it's
Nah.
the
I
same
think you can.
PlayStation Store.
That was on Xbox Live Arcade. That was when I knew about it. But
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
Xbox
I
Live.
have the PlayStation version, but the thing is that you can spam the mutant ability and it has infinite and continues, so it's not really as fun. But as a quarter muncher, it was very fun. It really was. So that's everybody's number 4. I saw a number 4 from I think Omega in the chat. What did you put for your number 4?
Final Fight.
Oh, he did put Final Fight as his number
Final
4.
Fight? Okay.
That's a very good game. Very
Not
good
bad
game.
choice.
So I guess we'll go on to my number 4 since we haven't gone to it yet. The thing is, my list is a lot of it's very popular. That's the Crime Fighters is probably the one on there that's not that popular.
That's the one deep cut.
But
on
PDK.
on your list.
Look, if anybody saw Pride of the X-Men pilot, there's never been a better X-Men cartoon. The 90s X-Men cartoon has nothing on Pride of the X-Men pilot. Nothing.
That was good. Yes,
That cartoon was absolutely amazing. I remember watching it on Saturday morning cartoons during the where it had like it was like RoboCop and was it Dino Riders. Oh God, what else?
Yeah.
Thundercats was on that or no? Silverhawks, I think, was on that. So okay, so here is mine. Again, chat. My list is. I feel kind of like here's my list. It's so original. But this is what I grew up with. This is what I like. So
Man,
here we
you like
go.
what you like.
You like what you like. Boom. Death
Golden-
Adder.
Oh, Death Adder was actually really good.
Golden Axe. Yep.
So Golden Axe for me, the reason why is because this was a game that when I saw it, I actually fell in love with it at first. And it was very difficult.
you just look like the Battlefield shoulder, bro.
Oh yeah, no, it did. But this game though is
Wait a minute.
absolutely
No, it
Oh,
looks
God.
terrible. It looks terrible.
It didn't age well. Let's just put it that way.
The
It didn't
other
age well.
versions that are on the Genesis were not that good. But the arcade
No.
version of this, I absolutely loved. Played it to death and spent. I remember times in the arcade where I would have $5 or $10, and I'm like, okay, I'm beating this game. Like,
Mhm.
that's literally what happened with the entire list of my top 5. But I just remember specifically, this was the game that I chose to spend my money on instead of the other ones at a specific point in time when I went in the arcade. Loved this game growing up. If you guys liked Golden Axe, then you'll be happy it's on my list, I guess. Right? So
God.
PDK
Did
says
you
he
know there
loves
was a-
both. I've got Pride on VHS. I also have Pride on VHS, but mine is yours like an official copy or is it like just from recording it? Because ours is recorded from the Saturday morning cartoons. So Omega says his number 3 is the Aliens arcade game. I'm going to tell you now, that doesn't list. I mean, that doesn't work for me because that's a shooter, my friend.
Shooter. Yeah.
That is not a
It is
beat 'em up.
Side-scrolling shooter.
So you can hold that L. Captain America and the Avengers from PDK. That may show up on an honorable mention. Stay tuned.
Ooh.
Might show up on a list,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but
Ooh.
might show up on an honorable mention. I love that game. What was in that? It was Iron Man, Captain America, Vision, and Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
I think that was it.
Yep. That was
Oh, you got
that
it from
was the
Blockbuster PDK? Oh, I'm jealous. All right, so go ahead and tell us what your let's do this. So it's what we're on number 3 now. We are just climbing through this list. That's fine. We usually only go till about 10 anyway. So number 3, let's start with John. What do you got for your number 3?
For my number 3, I have Aliens versus Predator.
Okay.
Ooh.
On that one,
Alien
you could
Predator, by the
choose the
way.
predators, right? As well.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Hunter, the Warrior,
Yep.
Schaefer, and then that one chick, I forgot her name all of a sudden. I don't know why.
It's like
But look at that. They got a lot of guns there, John.
I'm just saying,
It is
man.
a beat 'em up though, because
beat 'em
it's
up.
Yeah, it ain't all
It's a beat
guns.
'em up.
just that 2 of them have weapons, but the Predators
Yeah.
basically swing.
I mean, for real, you're gonna have just people swinging fists at aliens. I mean, come on.
Actually, you had to pick up. You had to pick up the guns because they couldn't shoot unless
Yeah.
they picked up
Yeah,
weapon.
chill.
You had to pick it up.
Hang on. Look. City of Despair. We're starting right now. Let's see. Still got a. Oh, I do. She a pistol out the gate.
Oh no! Wait! Hey,
She
Cyber.
firing bullets in there. What?
Look, do you see what
But
she's doing?
Yeah,
she
but
got
see,
combat.
look, she's doing
She's got
martial arts.
fly-
She's
yeah,
doing close combat, close quarters combat.
And she had a sword too.
Yeah,
She
hey,
was
hey,
like,
Yeah,
Cyber.
she had a sword.
back
See,
there.
look, you got a
So
boomerang.
what's that? What's that, Vegeta?
You see the Predator in the back? Remember him?
Yeah.
That's him, bro. He knows what's up. He was the one in Mugen.
Oh, I got you. Yes.
And
Actually,
then
yeah, okay. And this is where they probably got like the loader from too, right? The loader was in this or no?
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was one of the enemies actually. So they
you know what makes me mad with Capcom? They made a beat 'em up like collections game. This wasn't on it. If you buy
Yeah, I
that
remember that.
stupid
Yeah,
Capcom
yeah,
joystick
Oh yeah, I
thing,
have it.
it's
No,
on
I have
that.
it. I have the collections, and this is not on it. But like, it was like 2 different versions of I can't remember what it is. It was like a Dungeons and Dragons style game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Was
don't
like
know why this
Magician-
wasn't on there.
Magician Lord or something.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
but if
something
you buy that
weird.
stupid Capcom joystick thing, it's on that.
Oh wow. Okay. What's up,
So
J
that's,
Farm?
I feel ripped off, man.
Yo! Omega threw out Die Hard Arcade. That game was legit.
Oh my
I
Die Hard
forgot
Arcade was
about
good.
that game.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
man.
game.
I didn't forget. I just never played it. I always saw
Yeah.
it sitting there, but I just never touched
Played
it.
it. It
Well,
didn't make my list.
It didn't make mine either,
Really?
but that was a good
I mean,
game.
it wasn't on my list, but no, it was a good game.
So, J
It
Farm,
was a
if you're
good
just joining us, we're on number 3 of our top 5 favorite beat 'em ups from the arcade era. You can give us your 5 and 4 and 3 if you would like, getting up to this point. So, who just went? Vegeta just went, and John went,
What?
right?
nah, I just
Vegeta hasn't
Neo
gone
went.
yet.
I didn't go yet. What'd you say?
So it's you then. Is it you or Gamer? I mean, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
It's
Pick
Vegeta.
one. Okay.
Go Vegeta.
No, my number 3 be Turtles in Time.
Okay, he's sticking with the turtle theme. That's fine.
Okay.
You know, I only played that game once because I could never find it or find one that worked.
You
like
know
I'll
where there's
find it
one
and
at?
it never worked.
You know where there's
He
one
beat
at?
it start to finish at Chuck E. Cheese at my birthday
Where?
party one year.
My
Oh, it's one at your
house.
house now. Yeah,
I
you
have
have
the
it
arcade
now.
machine here.
She didn't let me play it because I only played it one time and I only could play for like 5 minutes because everybody's asking me to leave when I was put my quarter in. Everybody was ready to go,
Mhm.
so I only literally played it one
I
time.
gotta
for
say
like 2
though,
minutes.
this is one of the few times, in my opinion, that the console version was better than the arcade. I felt the Turtles in Time console, minus the fact that you couldn't play 4-player, was better than the arcade version of Turtles in Time. I think it was missing a stage. Like the arcade was actually a stage short, or they added a stage for the console. And I felt like the console just ran better overall. But this game is great. Absolutely great.
Yeah, because I know the other one that wasn't a console exclusive was the Hyperstone heist.
Yeah, that's the one that was on
wasn't that
Genesis.
first.
Hey, Krang! Bring that statue back, you bloated dingbat!
Big Apple, 3 a.m.
That's kick shell.
Pizza time.
Oh, shell shock.
Yes, I was upset 'cause every time I find this game, like it'll take like months and I'll find one and it never worked. Or it was always out of order. I've never really played this version of it.
Yeah, absolutely love. 10 years old again.
It's
Yes,
so
I
good,
absolutely
man.
love Turtles in Time. It is a fantastic game. It really is. I think both of the Turtles arcade games are masterpieces in their own respect. I think they're
I
great.
agree.
Great beat 'em ups. Gamer, is that are you on your number 3 or did you give us your number 3?
I gotta give you my number 3.
You
And
did?
ironically, my number 3,
What?
my number 3 is the same as Neo's. It's Alien versus Predator. It's my number 3 also.
Okay, chat. Okay, Aliens versus Predator. No, that's fine. That was a good game. So then I guess we're on to me, right?
Yep. Which
I am so freaking. My list is so like predictable, but it's fine. Here we go. I'm just gonna put it up there. I'm just gonna let you guys hear the music. Tell me if you know what it is from just the music.
Stream's muted, so I don't hear nothing.
and me too.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have it muted. All right.
Yeah, I just I was waiting for it to go off.
All right, here. Let me put this. There you go, fellas. That's my number 3.
I struggle to put this in my top 5. It was between that and Cadillac is what was my number 5.
Mm.
I knew everybody was gonna have this one, so that's why I didn't put it.
Here, the reason why this is
I
my
actually don't have that in my list.
yeah, the reason why this is my number 3, I actually think this is a perfect beat 'em up as well. This game in the arcade though, like the enemies would legit kill you in like 2 hits. It was just dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Ondors, if they grabbed you, it was just dumb. But
Yep.
for whatever reason, this like the story, like I was like super into, even though it's the generic beat 'em up story, right? But I really liked the character Guy. Like obviously the name is SyberNinja, right? So I like anyone who is a martial
Yeah.
artist. And for some reason, I was sitting there and I'm like, Hager is very basic, right? Cody is just a Street Fighter, who by the way, in Street Fighter, I ended up liking Cody more than Guy, but for this game in particular, it was like they wanted to go fight the Mad Gear Gang, and then it's like, well, I got my boy that, you know, trained in Miyagi-Do, ready to come up and tear some stuff up. And I just absolutely loved this game. I bought it on Super Nintendo and was so disappointed that Guy was not in it. And apparently so many people were that they had to end up making a game called Final Fight Guy just because he was not in the
Right.
Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
Oh, was that 2 player or was that just 1 player?
I think it was 1 player. I'm almost sure
Yeah,
it
the
was
original
1
was
player.
1 player. Yeah, it was 1 player.
On Super Nintendo. So, but I loved it. I played it, and that's when my love for Cody and Hager started. But this is my number 3 because this game for me at the arcade, I would just play it, and I just loved playing it, and I would just watch the intro. I liked the music. I thought the music was great. Capcom did such great beat 'em ups. Capcom and Konami were just on it in terms of beat 'em ups. And this was one, in my opinion, one of the pinnacles of beat 'em ups in that era. So that's why it's number 3 for me. J Farm put Final Fight 2 would just be at number 6 for me. So Final Fight 2 was a fantastic game, but it's not an arcade beat 'em up, so it can't be on this list. But I loved Final Fight 2.
I never played the sequel games at all. I never played none of them.
I didn't like 3. 3 is when it started to get really weird for me. But 2
Yeah.
I enjoyed a
I
lot.
agree.
So
Final
that's
Fight
my
2.
number 3. Chat, you can go ahead and throw us your number 3 as well if you would like. I think I saw PDK said X-Men. So that's Raid Shadow Legends. So that's X-Men is a
That's my number
fantastic game.
Great
It
Shadow
really
Legends.
is.
Yeah, J Farm, we're doing the strictly
Strictly
arcade on this
coin
one.
op. So we're gonna change it up in the near future, but since this is the coin op conversation, we're trying to stick to the arcade era stuff, and we just magically start talking about other things. I say magically like we're Harry Potter, but you understand what I'm saying. Organically, we will talk about other things, but we try to at least give you guys a topic from the era to start with or finish with, whichever. So we're going into number 2, chat. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my number 2. Because I feel like that's probably the way that we should go with this one. I am not even going to put it up on the screen because it's already been on someone's list. My number 2, X-Men. I love that game. If I would have been able to purchase the arcade machine at a decent price, I would have already had an arcade machine here in my house. I absolutely love that game. To be able to pick an X-Men in that era when X-Men were I mean, I know they're popular now, but as a comic collector, and to be able to fight against popular bad guys like Magneto, Juggernaut, Pyro, it was just
Nobody
done
can beat
very
the
well.
Blob.
Right. Well, minus him.
Flop.
But in general,
was a pain.
I just absolutely loved that game. I thought that game was, again, all these top 5 for me are just, they're just perfect. Well, Crime Fighters wasn't perfect because of the stupid countdown timer, but I think the game in itself was super, super fun. The only reason why it's not my number 1 is obviously because of my number 1, but my number 1 has a lot of nostalgia to it as well. For me, it is what it is. So that's my number 2. So we're gonna go with Gamer. What's your number 2?
Number 2 is also a game that's been mentioned, and it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one.
Yeah, that's a great. That's not like a safe bet. That is like a absolute. That game is, again, we've talked about it before. It is perfect. If you were a fan of Ninja Turtles, the game was done so flawlessly. Marvin said it earlier. It was the cartoon playable. Like,
Yep.
it was literally the cartoon playable, and the story and everything was just done in a way where it was believable, and you felt like you were playing the Turtles, and you literally went through the show. It was great.
It wasn't like, how some shows get a video game and then they're like, you jump on platforms and pick up pizzas and stuff like that. Like, you literally played the cartoon, basically.
Yeah, like, you can tell the difference between a good video game based off of a franchise simply on the Turtles, right? The Turtles one, the arcade, was amazing. The Nintendo version was not. It was a good game in terms of playing it, but it was stupid hard. But it really didn't have anything to do with Turtles. All the generic bad guys were not from the show.
Random, except Bebop and Rocksteady, they were in there.
Right.
And Shredder.
And Shredder.
But you had, like,
Mecha was in there too, but I mean, like, the bad
Features
guys were
and-
like
what?
bugs that were flying. It was just so stupid
Yeah.
that it had nothing to do with the game. It just used the characters. But the game itself wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't a bad game. It just didn't really represent the Turtles like the arcade game did. And the arcade game was great.
Yeah.
So
That's why I didn't like.
the number 2 for Omega was Ninja Warriors. I couldn't remember the name of this game. Me and John talked about this off stream. That game was, I remember playing it at Champions. For those who don't know what that is, I'll actually pull that up on here because
What, Champions or Ninja Warriors?
Ninja Warriors, Champions at Ninja Warriors, because I played this and I didn't know that you were a robot.
Yeah, that was a big twist. Like when you start taking damage, you found out you were a robot.
Yeah. And I didn't know that. So, like, I was playing this because, again, we've already talked about this. Ninjas, right? I love ninjas. So when I saw this, I was like, what? And then it was like, I was sitting there watching this and I'm like, oh, this game is perfect. I love this game already. He's got kunais. He's, I'm gonna play. I was young. I put my money in, and this is legit. Look, I put my money in, right? And almost the same thing happened to me there. And I'm like, wait, what's up with my chest? Like, what is this, right? And then, like, I think eventually, like, when you get destroyed in that, your character just falls to his knees.
Yeah, when
Right,
you
and
get
blows
so low,
up.
eventually you look like the friggin' Terminator, basically.
Yeah, and there it goes. Look, yeah, there it is. Falls to his knees and blows up. I was like, what? What? Again, right. See, Omega, SyberNinja. You like that? You like that? You like
Yeah,
that?
that game was hard, though.
The
It
game
was very hard. I never beat the arcade version. I can't remember what it was on. Was it on Nintendo? Super Nintendo? I think it was on Super
I
Nintendo.
really don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it was on Super Nintendo.
I never beat
And,
it either. I never beat the arcade version.
I beat it. I beat it then. But yeah, so J Farm for his number 5 was X-Men. Number 4 was Shadow Force. Shadow Force. What was Shadow Force? I want to check this out. Shadow Force. Arcade full playthrough. We're just going to skip to halfway through just because I want to see what it is. Then we're going to go boom, boom. This is Shadow Force. I'm going to be 100% with you, Jay. I don't know this game.
Yeah, no.
I remember seeing it. I never played it. I
I see the
remember
name.
seeing
I
it.
saw the name a lot, but never saw the game itself.
Yeah, I've never seen this game before.
Oh, but I mean, I'm digging it. I'm absolutely digging it.
I mean, it looks dope. Yeah.
No, it really
Yeah, this is
does.
It's one of my other games also I seen, but it was never working. Every time I saw it or I could play it, it was never working. It would have the screen playing, like the demo screen, but that was
Mhm.
it. Like you couldn't. It was always out of order. I never played it.
I mean, it looks pretty good. I would definitely play this if I saw this. That dude's got a sniper rifle? Or is that just
Holy crap.
what is this? Oh man, I want to play
Oh,
this
no,
now.
that's another character. Is that dead?
His name is
Dead Eye?
literally Rifle.
Isn't
His
that,
name is literally Rifle
isn't that Will Smith's
Love it.
character from
from Suicide Squad.
yeah, Suicide Squad? Like same colors and everything.
He's
Deadshot.
legit. Yeah,
Deadshot.
he's legit got a freaking rifle. I mean, okay, I'm actually digging this, Jay. He said he played it on
Got
an emulator.
Mm.
I got you. Yeah, because I see the Japanese text up there. So, but it's fair. It's still an arcade. That's fine. Sega might have been Ninja Warriors J form. That's probably accurate as well. I can't remember. I just know that I did go through and beat it on a console. Just don't remember which console. PDK says his number 2 is The Simpsons, and that's fair. That's fair.
Wow.
We're actually going to go into our number 2s now, right? Because I just did mine. So we're going to go to Vegeta. What's your
Everybody
number 2?
I think everybody did.
Name is yours.
No, we haven't done our number 2s yet.
Yeah,
They're
we're
number
I
2.
started with my number 2 because it was already said. Vegeta said his number 2 was the same as mine, so that was X-Men, which is again respectable.
Yeah, mine was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. That was
That's
my
right.
number
So
2.
now, what's John's number 2?
My number 2 is Sengoku from SNK.
Oh, which one?
Sengoku.
I
There's
don't know,
3 of
I'm
them.
honestly partial to the first one. Just because you had the samurai cowboy.
I'm just going. It's on one of them is on my honorable mention.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're gonna do honorable mentions here in a second. So this is the game that I'm guessing this is the game you're talking about here.
Yep. That is
You
it.
actually can buy these on. You actually have on PS4. You can actually play these. All 3 of them are on the PS4.
Yeah.
Now I
Arcade
loved SNK's beat 'em ups because if there's one thing SNK did was they had quantity over quality. Right? You would go to an SNK. Oh my god, he turned into a dog. Let's freaking go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's sick. The transformations were sick.
Like, so what SNK would do is they would take a decent engine or a decent idea and then just make 70 different versions of that same idea.
Right.
So you would go to an SNK machine and it would have like 30 games on it, but really they were all really the same with a little bit of tweaks here and there. But it was literally the same game. So it's not that it was bad, but usually if you went to an SNK cabinet, it would have like, you wouldn't find the same cabinet that had the same games
I mean,
often.
look how long they milked the King of Fighters. I mean, it was a new one every
Yeah.
year. Like, literally, it was a new one every year.
Well, not only that, but like, you think about it, you had World of Heroes, Art of Fighting, King, like not even just King of Fighters, but then you had Samurai Showdown. Like the reason why they did King of Fighters is because they had so many fighters they could put all their characters in one game.
Exactly.
And they all meshed together because it was the same engine. That's what I mean. Like it was literally the same play style of every game. But that doesn't mean it's bad. Just
It was done
They
great.
found a formula.
right. They used a formula and they just flooded the market. So that's everybody's number 2. So we're going to go into a honorable mention category. So we're just going to throw these out there. We don't actually have to like show them on screen unless people want to. I'll go ahead and throw out an honorable mention. I'll go ahead and throw out 3 honorable mentions for me. Simpsons, Avengers, and Altered Beast. They've all been said in stream, and they all could have easily been on my list. So I'll throw those out there as well. So does Vegeta, Gamer, Neo, do you guys have any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got
I-
3.
What do you got? Go ahead and throw them out there.
Alter Beast, Simpsons, and the Spider-Man arcade game.
The Spider-Man arcade game, is that the one that had
Ooh.
Carnage?
No. This one had you get to use Spider-Man, Namor, Hawkeye, and Black
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah, it was kind of like the Avenger
Oh,
game.
I do. Punisher was
Yeah,
in
like-
it too, though, wasn't he?
Punisher had his own
had
game.
his own game.
I had
Okay.
his own game.
It was going to be one of my honorable mentions. Punisher actually did have his own game.
Fumi says Sengoku
What the-
3, so he knows what's up with Sengoku.
Punisher and Nick Fury.
Knights
were
of the Round, that's
main
on the
characters.
Capcom collections. That's one of the ones that's on there. It's fun.
Oh, yeah, a good game.
So what'd you say, John?
No, I was saying that Marvin. What game did Marvin say?
We were
Spider-Man.
talking about Punisher.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
Punisher
Spider-Man
game.
one. The Spider-Man one.
Yeah, the Punisher game, or no? Well, Punisher had his own game, but it was Punisher and Nick Fury were the playable characters.
River City
Nah,
Ransom. That wasn't an arcade game.
Yeah, that wasn't in the
They
arcade.
did. I thought didn't they make an arcade?
Was
version
there
of
an
it?
arcade version of
No.
River City Ransom?
Oh no, I take that back. That's
Yeah,
actually
that was Nintendo.
that was actually I think it was inspired by Renegade. I think Renegade inspired that home version.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sai and I used to work hard on Sengoku 3 at Putt Putt. Oh, Fumi, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's on my honorable mentions list. Sangoku 3.
I
think it had
do
combos.
remember
game was-
that. Okay, so yeah.
That game was very close to making my top 5. It was honorable. It's honorable mention though. I have that, Crime Fighters, and The Simpsons as also my honorable mentions.
I do remember that, Fumi. That's I can't see again. SNK games, they just all meld together to me. They're just all one big game.
I'm kind of
So-
surprised nobody mentioned Pit Fighter.
So here's why I didn't mention Pit Fighter, and the only reason why I didn't mention Pit Fighter is because it's a trash game. The game is trash. That game is trash. But I thought that was more of a. I mean, okay, so my next honorable mention actually falls under the same category as Pit Fighter, but I just thought that was more of a. I mean, I
Oh,
guess
the
it is a
fighting
beat
game.
'em up. I guess it is a. 'cause
Yeah,
you- it's a beat 'em up.
Oh.
And
Oh, I found the game that I was talking about with the bodybuilders and everything. It's the Combat Tribes.
Combat what?
Combat Tribes.
I've
I
never
just
heard of
typed
that
it
one.
in the chat. It was actually a game that was at.
Oh, it had Karnov in
Nicky.
it. I do remember this game because Karnov is in it. Karnov is in every game made by this company.
Data East. It's like they're his mascot or something. Like their
Mhm.
mascot.
Wasn't there
Oh,
something
yeah.
subtitle
I
Karnov's
remember.
Revenge or something?
Yeah,
Karnov's
Karnov is in like
Revenge.
all those games.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fighting game they made. That was Fighters History or something like that.
I'm surprised y'all didn't remember this game.
I
then.
remember this game. Yeah.
I do
Never
remember it.
seen it.
Just I don't remember it as being
I
particularly.
just didn't remember the name of it, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Pit Fighter
This is
is
also
more
the
of head to head, but I don't think I think it was just NPC to player. I think it was PVE, right? The players could fight each
Yeah,
other if
It
they
was
were on there.
PvE with basically friendly fire.
Yeah, because you can like spin kick each other all day and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
'Cause I just
like,
picked the
yeah,
card and spin kick.
yeah. J Farm Cadillacs and Dinosaurs says we actually showed that earlier. So yeah, I know. I didn't even know about it. And everybody's like, "You don't know Cadillacs and Dinosaurs?" I'm like, no, I didn't know.
See?
Sailor Moon arcade, okay, buddy.
Oh man, that was at
That game is actually pretty
Beast
dope,
in the
though.
East. I've played a Beast in the East. That game is fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
I played the
Yeah,
Sailor
I
Moon
was
fighting
surprised.
game.
Yeah, the side scroll was actually fun. We was playing that at the Beast of the East, man. We was getting.
Oh,
into
actually,
that
no,
game.
it actually does look pretty good. Yeah, Queen Barrel. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know Sailor Moon. Calm down, chat. So what?
Hey
I used
man,
to watch
y'all
the
act
crap
like
out of
y'all been
Sailor
watching
Moon.
on the USA channel Saturday mornings when you're in 5th grade or whatever.
Dude, I used to watch that. It came on
I was on
5
Tsunami.
and
It was,
5:30
but see,
every
I didn't even
morning.
know back then. I didn't know the difference between anime and that because I just thought it was a like
It's a regular
normal
cartoon
US
or
cartoon.
whatever.
'Cause I watched that. It was what was in that lineup? It was like Sailor Moon, Prime, Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm, and Street Fighter. I used to watch all those on Saturday morning.
Oh, them things were
On
horrible.
USA.
The American
For
Street
Kinetic
Fighter.
Sales.
Hey, man, I was a
Mortal
kid.
Kombat.
And I just liked that stuff. I didn't care. I didn't know how bad it was till like you got
Did
older.
we mention Knights of the Round?
Yeah, Jay. Well,
Oh,
Jay
man.
mentioned it, but
Oh,
that was
yeah.
again that was one of the games on the Capcom Arcade Classics, and so
Yeah, I played in the arcade too. That's actually a good game.
Yeah.
so one of the games that I put as my honorable mention. This was actually really close to being in my top 5. Like really close. I played the absolute crap out of this game. However, I feel like the reason why I didn't put it in my top 5 is because I kind of thought it was more of like along the lines of Pit Fighter. So I didn't put it in my top 5. But rest assured, can you shut that? Rest assured, I would have loved to had it. So I just want to share it with you guys so that way you guys can see it.
Oh, Street
Oh, okay.
Smart.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think I've ever seen this one.
Oh my god, they
Actually
had
love
it
this
in F&G,
game.
man. This game is
Yeah,
so
they had-
amazing. I
I bought the
love this
Incredible Hulk in
game.
this game. Yeah, the bootleg Incredible Hulk in this game.
What?
Game was great.
It's just one-on-one fighting, but it's you can move on a platform like you do in a fighting
Oh
game.
wait, yeah, no, I have seen this one.
It was at FNG.
I didn't know that's what it was called.
I love this game so much. I used to get so mad because if you start getting hit, you can't do anything about it. I would just get so mad because you would just get comboed into oblivion.
Yeah, there was
an
different
infinite.
tricks. There was different tricks you can actually, infinites and stuff on certain, especially on certain stages. You can kind of keep juggling people over and over. You know where to
Like that?
juggle them at.
Yeah, like you start getting beat up and there's just no, like see that there's nothing like they can cartwheel out, right? You can't do nothing. You just take the L. You take whatever hands they give you. So when you're putting in money, man, it just sucks. You just get comboed, and they'll just keep hitting you. Jay says he's never seen this game before. It's a 2-player, right? It's a Ryu and Ken style beat 'em up, right? That's the Ryu, and the other guy literally looks like Ken. But as you guys progress,
As a pro wrestler.
the fighting obviously gets harder. Like this is just the first dude, right? Hang on. So like, look, see, there's the Ken guy right there to the right.
So he was like a wrestler.
Champion.
That don't even look like the same guy. Wait a minute. How'd he go from being a white guy to being random black dude with
This
different
is
pants?
the Eddie of the game. This is the Capoeira dude.
Right? And then, hang on. Let's get to it.
That's not even the same guy.
I'm the big dude.
This fight is taking a while. Look at that. Big old dude.
Holy crap.
This guy reminds me of the dude from
dude
The
bigger than
Last Dragon, right? That takes the nunchucks and eats them. Do you remember that?
Oh,
That's who this guy reminds me of. Well, he just starts grabbing you and beating you. Dude, it sucks.
Get to the big dude.
Like, you can't do nothing. You just take the L. You can't do anything. Jay, we were talking about that. That's Dungeons and Dragons Tower of Doom and Chronicles of Mysteria?
Yeah, Shadow.
Or Shadows of Mysteria? But like when you start getting to the end, like whoever has the most trophy girls is considered the winner. Oh look, it's the same guy again.
You gotta get to the big dude, the real big dude, the real old dude, the metal hand. That dude was so hard.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hang on. Oh, but continue.
You got
Take a
ambulance
stretcher.
out, like put out of here.
Yo, he
That's
got put
Roshi. That's Roshi. You see him?
he got put in the ambulance. How you
Yeah,
get
they-
beat up in the ambulance just pulls up side the street.
Gotta get him up out of here.
Hey.
Said, I hope your Medicare is
Bro.
updated.
Let's see if we can find it. I don't think this is the full playthrough.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
big
not the
dude.
full playthrough.
There's a real big dude with the iron hand. That dude was massive. He
Yeah,
just had this
that's-
there's like this palm move he kept doing to you, and if he was in the corner, there's nothing you could do. You just had to eat it. You just kept juggling all day.
And they ate your quarters.
Yep.
It definitely did. I was so mad, dude. I would be like dominating, right? Because every time you hit the guys and you're like juggling them to the corner, if they get up and they start hitting you, it's just you can't do anything. It's so frustrating, dude.
You know, it's like insert coin, you put it in continue.
It sucks so bad. But anyway, that's all for my honorable mentions. But Yeah, so that's Jay, I know what game you're talking about. It's kind of like Knights of the Round. I can't remember the name, but they're both on the Capcom Arcade Classics. And but I know what game you're talking about. So, who else has honorable mentions left?
Yeah, I said all mine.
Yeah, I think I said all mine too. Well, I maybe add Magician. It's kind of similar to Dungeons and Dragons. And,
I kind of figured out one more of a side scroller than you're fighting more monsters than anything. If that's the SNK game, right?
was it?
There you go. There you go. There he is. That's the guy
There he
with
is.
the,
That
with the
dude was cheap. Look at that big
Oh
dude.
my gosh,
He had the palm joint.
bruh!
That's a tech that beat him right there.
Yeah, you had
If
to
you
wait for him
didn't
to
know-
swing. Yeah.
If
Well,
you
this,
did,
this
you,
one
you-
is like this one's like a task run.
oh yeah, that's tool assisted, boo. That's why
Yeah.
he's hitting.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
You couldn't get
push.
the timing right because if he
No,
hit
that-
you with that palm, that was a
That
wrap.
meta.
That was-
Moonwalker was a great game.
Oh,
Moonwalker was
man.
actually super
I
fun.
loved Moonwalker. Like
God,
the arcade was way different from the console.
it was.
They were both good though.
Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
were.
no, they were. They really were.
Like,
Like
they did my
Moonwalker on
tracks
console
justice.
was more of a platform game.
It was. But overall, I think that there was during that era, Quarter Munchers, arcade beat 'em ups. I mean, they thrive. Like that's really what drove the arcade era back then. Like pinball wasn't as popular once that stuff was out. So really, that's what kept them going for a long time.
Quarter Munchers, man.
And I loved
Yeah,
a
they
lot
were.
of them. I loved a lot of them. But
I
those are my
donated a lot
top
of
5.
money to those games.
Oh, now we got to go to everybody's number 1.
Yep.
Number one.
I was about to say it was the whole top 5. It's like ain't nobody said number ones yet.
Yeah, we're going to the number ones. We'll start with Vegeta. What is your number 1?
Alien versus Predator.
Good choice. I figured that would be his number one too. I figured
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like, since I was a kid, I've been in the Alien vs Predator. But like, I still remember the first time I saw the arcade game was at Waterside. I think we went there to that mall to eat, and there was an arcade, and I looked in there, and I was like, "Wait, what is this?" And it was that game. I was like, "Yo, I got to play this." So I played it there, and then there's is it Northgate or whatever, the one that's on near the Navy base?
Northgate, yep.
That
The
movie
movie
theater had
theater.
it.
Yep.
Yep,
We
it
played it in
did.
there
Sure
too,
did.
dude. I love that game to death, and it has not released like as a port, a direct arcade port on anything.
And it except for one
I had to
thing.
find other means to play it, but we won't talk about that.
That's a
But I
fun game.
love
Arcades
that
versus Predator. I mean, Aliens versus Predator. Arcade versus Predator. Yeah, okay.
No, arcade versus Predator. Arcade
Metal
machine running
Slug.
around.
Is Metal Slug considered a beat 'em up or is that a shooter?
That's a
No,
shooter.
it's a shooter.
That's a shooter. That's a shooter.
Love
So-
Metal Slug series.
Gamer, is yours different?
Yes.
What
And
do
I
you
know nobody's
got?
gonna have mine.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's
What do you
gonna have
got?
mine.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
And it's number one not because it's the best beat 'em up. It's number one because it's if I had to pick one game that got me into arcade games in the first place, and plus there's a big story behind it. If you watched it, well, you couldn't have if you saw it live, but it was an interview what Cyber did with me and explained one of my favorite games of all times. This is it. It's beat 'em up. It's Double Dragon.
Oh,
Original
okay.
Double Dragon.
Okay.
Really?
This is the game that got me into video games in the first place. A quick story of mine. My dad used to have a second job. He worked at, and if you're in Churchland, familiar with Churchland area, it's a Planet Fitness now, but back in the day, it used to be a giant supermarket. My dad had a part-time job working there, and I used to go with him at night when he worked. He would give me a handful of quarters, and the two games that was there that I played all night was this and Karate Champ.
Oh my god.
Those two
Karate
games-
Champ.
Those two games occupied my whole life as a kid. Like I love these two games to death because one just the memories of walking with my dad back and forth from work. But this game was so fun, and it was cool at the end because at the end you play with somebody. At the very end, you fought. Y'all two had to fight each other for the girl who got it.
Yeah.
That was like the greatest thing ever. It
Okay.
used to be a bunch of my friends back in the day. We used to talk so much trash. We just want to get to the end. We had so much tech. We found so much stuff. Like Like we done stuff in this game, like how people broke Marvel 2. We broke this game. Like we found so much stupid stuff you could do. Like we know tricks how to make people walk off screen. We knew a trick like with the whip. You got the whip and walk to that corner. She would keep trying to chase you, and she would walk off the screen. And you would keep walking, and everybody would just keep following her. You can go through the whole stage without fighting nobody. I still remember all the stupid tricks I found in this game.
That's hilarious. I gotta say,
Back-
so the reason why it
back
wasn't
elbow.
the reason why it wasn't in my top 5 is not because it wasn't, like, obviously Double Dragon's a super popular game, but I absolutely hated playing this in the arcade. I had a completely different experience with it. No, because
Yeah, see-
like it just, the game in itself is just beyond clunky.
Oh, it's very clunky. It didn't age well, but I still love it. And I actually
Yeah.
own I have PS4. I have this and Double Dragon 2. Like everybody loves the Nintendo version. I'm the opposite. I hate the Nintendo version because I love this one so much. I hate the Nintendo version.
Now, see, I like the arcade version better than the Nintendo version as well. But the Nintendo version, it was like if you do the elbow, that's pretty much it, right? Is it the same way in the arcade?
Yeah, the arcade that was the go-to move. Like
Yeah, it's like
that was a
instant.
challenge.
Yeah, the
challenge
back
was
elbow.
for us to not beat it without using the elbow, because the elbow was pretty much the OP move.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
elbow
instant
killed
kill everybody and knock down anybody. Just kick the barrel right on him.
Yep, you kick the barrel, you could throw it at him. If you was a real G, you could throw the barrel and keep kicking it, and you'll hit the other guy who's trying to come into from the next stage over.
He's talking about being a real. Oh yeah, see, look at that, boom. He's talking about being a real G in Dragon, Double Dragon. Look, when you're talking about how
You're
massive that cat is.
Oh yeah, that cat is the joy.
Holy crap!
Look,
Why
hang
is
on.
he's as big as the
Look,
oil
chat.
drum?
Chat. Look at this cat. Look at this cat. You just look at him.
Absolute unit.
He's
A
a freak-
tiger,
that
bro.
cat is massive.
Secret lore, that cat's the one who trained you how to fight. I
Like
just don't know that.
animal control just says no. Oh, animal control, you're like, look, there's this panther or this lion, and yeah, we know. Yeah, it's fine. Just don't
No.
antagonize it. Like,
Yeah, just don't touch him.
Yeah, we sent Jim after him, and Jim caught an elbow to the chest. We ain't seen Jim again.
Mm-hmm.
that is massive, man. I can't believe how big that cat is. It's Garfield. It's huge. All right. Enough of Double Dragon. Vegeta, what is your number 1, sir?
Already-
Oh, we did
Yeah,
yours.
you
Aliens
already
vs
did.
Predator.
Like, wait, what?
Yeah, I forgot. It was a game that somebody else had, so we didn't put it up on here. I was remembering if we pulled it up or not. John,
Yeah, we did.
Yes, sir.
your number 1.
My number 1 is Bad Dudes.
Oh,
Are
my
you a
God,
bad
why did I
dude?
forget about Bad Dudes?
that game came so close to making my top 5.
What?
It is so close. Like I was like, I didn't think nobody would remember.
That
That's
was
why I
at my
didn't do
local
it.
Farm Fresh, and we used to play that thing for like not
Yeah,
hours because
yeah,
you
yeah.
couldn't. But that's where I
Oh,
played it
man.
at, man. I loved Bad Dudes. You could hold the button down and charge up the punch.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that dude was so good.
My list is
Are
fraudulent.
you a bad enough dude to save the president?
My list is
Yo,
fraudulent.
bad enough.
Bad Dude should have been on the list. Come on, man. You beat him and you leave in a helicopter. That game is amazing. You
Every
fought
time you
on
won,
top of
like,
the
I'm
Mack truck.
Caught on top of a Mack truck. Yep.
Game was
Oh,
the joint. You were fighting
Chat.
ninjas. Like how
Yeah,
is
I
that
know.
your
I'm
like
so
ninjas
mad
the
at
whole
myself
time?
right now. I'm like trying to remember games, and I'm like, oh, let me go this obscure game, Street Smart. Yeah. I love this game. I have
Dudes
it.
was
I have
fun.
it on Nintendo,
Pretty
and
good.
I'm looking at it. Right, I'm looking at the cartridge. Come on, man.
Oh,
Come on.
I never
dude.
played the console version, the cartridge version.
It's fun.
It was.
It's- I
fun,
mean, it's
but
really close to an
is where
arcade.
it's at. Yeah.
Chat, if you don't
Somebody
know what
need
I'm
to get a
talking
hold of
about.
that at East. Somebody need to go to hold their rights and get this game. 'Cause I would buy this too
I'm
on
bad,
PlayStation.
or we're bad.
Yep.
And you do
We're
have a
bad.
cheeseburger with the president at the end, PDK. You are correct.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Like how cool is
The
that?
ninjas
You like
would sit there, like literally, you hit the ninja and he does Kage Bunshin,
Mm-hmm.
pulls out the shadow clones.
you work for Guile? Look at that.
Yep.
That oh come on.
Duke
That's,
Nukem,
no, that's
bro?
not Gal. That's Duke Nukem.
Nukem,
Yep,
yeah.
that is Nukem for sure. Data East? No, they don't exist anymore. Look at this game. This game was so good.
Look at
That's my number one too. My number 1 2 is Bad Dudes. Imagine that. All right, cool.
the caltrops.
Yep, the cow drops. Them things were cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You had the red ninja who
Oh
come
my
up
god,
with
I
the
used to love this, dude. God, I love this
game was
game.
Time. And you
It's
had
almost
the
made my
girls with
list.
the
Like it was
swords.
so close to making my list.
No, this is easily one of the best beat 'em ups of all time. So I respect it. I can't believe I forgot about this game. I loved this game.
The dog at the end, that dog would run you over if you was down there.
Yep. Ninjas with the swords. that jump up
Time.
top.
Got it.
Got it.
He's not doing the punch though, man.
Yeah, you had to charge a punch.
The boss. There's Karnov.
Yep, Arnold was
He's
first
in
boss.
all their games. That
Like,
dude.
Even Mario wasn't as many games as Karnov was, man. He was like in everything.
But he was never like he was never broken. I think at Karnov's Revenge, like the fighter, was he even any good in that game? I think he was actually. Yeah, I think he was busted.
He was like top. He's like one of the top fighters in that game. He's stupid
Mm.
in that version.
I loved this game. Like you had to fight.
All he said to do just drop. You kicked him, hit him with the Chuck Taylors, and he went down.
Oh my God! Ad Central.
You need a sauna.
Arcade eSWAT. Yeah, that's definitely more of a shooter.
Oh man. Oh, eSWAT. Yo, that game was cold. I like that game.
Rolling Thunder. That's definitely a shooter. That game was hard as.
Yeah, dude caught himself on fire and ran through you.
Yep, sure do.
That dude was from the Fire Village.
I'm saying, man, I loved everything about this game. I don't think there's anything bad to
Nunchucks.
say about this game, honestly.
Yeah, you got the nut. Oh look, he got it. They put the shadow clones on him, man. You couldn't do nothing.
This is definitely one of the perfect fighters beat 'em up. So I absolutely love this game.
The Kenichis run up on him. Got the
Oh, yeah, he's
dogs.
just getting
the
hit with
Magmite.
Oh yeah, I mean the person playing clearly is on an emulator and doesn't care. Oh, this fight sucked.
Yeah, this
He
dude.
had,
the
he had that
pole-
Donatello
man,
range.
Mm-hmm.
He was red. Oh man.
Was this the ninja? Yeah. This is the ninja.
Oh, that dude.
Oh, this
dude
was the
banged.
boss
Oh, yeah.
rush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that dude with the drop kick, man. That drop kick was mean.
Look at that.
On
Undead
Nintendo,
Carnival.
Nintendo, it was actually really hard on Nintendo.
I never played Nintendo version.
I have it. We can play it. You come over. We'll play it. Play some Bad Dudes.
Hell
Played that
yeah.
and played some Turtles in
Bad
Times. I
enough,
never
dude.
played that game.
Actually, I
Played
think,
it like
the Nintendo version of Bad Dudes is only single player though.
What?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it is. That's all right. We'll allegedly play it on an emulator.
No, that's on original arcade hardware,
Stages were hard,
yes,
like, towards
we'll
the
play
end.
it.
as far as anybody knows.
Right. We have it here. It's fine.
Mhm.
So yeah, so here you got to fight Undead Karnov.
Yup, he came back from the dead.
You know how mad I was at the arcade when you have to go through boss rushes? Like, I love it, but it sucks so bad when you spend like $5
Bruh.
on each stage and then you get here and you got to fight every boss over again.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh my God, I just want to watch this playthrough. Like, I know I want to get to our other number ones, but I mean, well, it's just mine left. But chat, give me your number one. J Farm says his has to be
Oh, it's a drop kick. This
Turtles
dude
in
was a-
Time. I have that arcade here, guys. Just reminding everybody.
He drop
this-
kicked you one, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
Look at that. Who does a front flip into a drop kick?
That's how
Like, that
boss.
actually
that's why he's
seems like a
boss.
WWE move.
Shadow Dancer, Omega?
Shadow Dancers.
That's more of a side scroller. I wouldn't call it a beat 'em up.
Yeah, that's more of a side-scrolling like platformer type. That'd be
Oh,
like
yeah.
putting Shinobi in there.
Look at little Freddy Krueger dude. Like,
Yeah, he was the one that you fought after the truck.
Yeah.
he had block. Look at that. He had blocks. He was cheap.
Oh, look at the infinite. Infinite.
Give him two
Oh,
pieces.
he was like, nah. He was like, nah, son, I don't fall for that.
He's got to hit him with the charge punch. I don't think this guy knows it's there.
Probably
Charge
not.
punch was cheap though. Charge punch was so.
That thing
good.
did so much damage. I think it was like 5 bars of health. There's the
Yeah.
ninja. Look at him. Look. Kagebuchi no Jitsu. Look at that. The original Naruto, baby.
And you got to fight all them dudes too. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, you actually had to hit all of them.
Yeah, and it wasn't his life. Like,
Yeah, you had to kill him.
Yeah, you had to kill him before you could hit him.
Mhm.
And then after him was this guy.
Yeah, the chain dude.
God, this guy sucks playing.
Yeah, he does. That dude was actually pretty
Alright,
easy.
let's go ahead and go to the next number one.
Hold on. We gotta look at this. Look, you gotta fight the dogs. I want to see the cheeseburger. Yeah, look at that. Let's go for a burger. That's what I'm talking about.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The reason why I was okay with spending so much time on Bad Dudes is because my number one has actually been on somebody else's list already. So, my number one, I've already mentioned it on here as well, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game. It was perfect.
The original?
Yeah.
The original, yeah, the original. It was perfect. I owned the arcade one-up version of it simply for the same reason as I'm mentioning here. It's my favorite beat 'em up. I remember in the arcade, I would spend as much money as possible to beat this game. I love the animations. I was a massive Ninja Turtles fan growing up. Even now, I like the CG cartoon. I don't like the one they have now, but the one they did just before this one was absolutely amazing. And that game was great. Like seeing it on Vegeta's list at number 5, I was a little sad, but seeing it on the list at all was great. But for me, it's number one. PDK says it's his number one as well, or hers. I don't know, but either way, PDK says it's number one. I think that it's just a great game. I remember when it came out on Nintendo, and I was so sad that it wasn't the arcade version. And then when they came out with 2, and it was, I remember opening up an EGM. Or was a Game Pro, one of the two, and I saw it in the magazine, and I was just like, I have to have this. If I had this, I would never play another game ever again. And that's literally what I thought about if I picked that game up. And I did get it for Nintendo, and I did play it an infinite amount of times. I never get tired of that game. I have it here cut off because I don't have anybody to play it with. I played it with my daughter. One time she played both that and Turtles in Time with me until we beat it, and now she has zero interest in playing it anymore. So it's literally collecting dust, unfortunately. But
sad.
It is sad.
I will play with you if I come over. I will play that game.
I
love that game. I never played 2, so I gotta play 2.
Yeah, Turtles in Time is I have that as well. The 2012 Turtle Show was absolutely great. I literally, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is stupid. But then after like 2 or 3 episodes, I'm like, yo, this is actually pretty good. And then the way they finished the show, I actually really think they did I think they did a better job with that than the original, but you couldn't have that without the original. So it is what it is. That's our top 5, chat. If you guys liked our list or didn't like it, feel free to let us know. But your opinions is valued as well. So letting us know in the chat, I appreciate it. And I got to see some games that I didn't know of before. So that's what, I mean, what, 30-year-old games. And there's going to be some that I haven't seen, right? J Farm says, I think the NES version of TMT Arcade had better quality soundtrack for some reason. The arcade version had like no bass. That might be true. I don't remember as a kid, but that might be true. I love the Nintendo version. I think it's a faithful reincarnation of the arcade, and it's crazy like looking at the difference between the two right now. But as a kid, I thought it was identical. As a kid, I got it at home and I'm like, this is exactly like the arcade. This is amazing. Graphics don't get better than this. And then I got it, we hooked it up recently and I played it on Nintendo and I'm like, man, this didn't hold up, did it? This didn't hold up at all.
See, I had the opposite effect for Double Dragon when the NES version came. I was like, oh man, Double Dragon. I played, I was like, what is this crap?
Yeah, and I can see that. I can see that because that does not look like the arcade at all. But it tries to stay faithful to it. All right, chat. We're going to be wrapping this up. We usually only go for about an hour or hour and a half in. So I don't know what we're going to talk about next week. We're either going to talk about it off stream, or is there a topic you guys want to go ahead and throw out there for next week?
One. I have a suggestion.
What do you got? Throw it to me.
How about we go to transition from games how we felt when consoles became more popular and the arcade scene was dying. how did our opinions change from then to now?
That's fair. We can
I,
talk about that. We can definitely
I know,
talk about
especially
that.
for the people who competed, a lot of us didn't like the transition to going to consoles. I
True.
know I did.
I will tell you right now, I'm one of those people. So I have a lot to say. So shocker, I have a lot to say about something. So I'll definitely throw about 45 minutes out of our hour. I can talk about it. I'll let you guys get in some time. Omega says top infinites. Iron Man. What do you no? I would literally go through. Yeah, no, we're not. I could do that. I could, but no, we're not going to. Smiley, how's it going? But yeah, so let us know what you got going on, John. What do you have going on this week until next Tuesday?
This week, a whole lot of nothing.
That's great.
Just work for the rest of the week, and in the weekend, probably figure something out to do. But as of right now, no real plans other than the usual.
I got you, gamer. What do you got this week? What do you got going on? Let the world know.
Let the world know I got absolutely nothing going on.
No, Chad, we are an amazing bunch. I'm telling you right now, we're all so busy. We have so much going on.
Interesting.
We've got. You guys have no idea the stuff that we're doing.
Because next week I'm gonna be really busy. I got a lot of stuff I got planned to get some stuff done. I got some bunch of phone calls and things to do, some really adult stuff to do. So I'm taking this weight to get my mind psyched for all that, because it's going to be a pain dealing with the real adult stuff like TRICARE and my certification stuff and things like that. And so this week is like me prepping myself for all the stress that's going to happen next week. So
I got you. Little mental break. I get it. Gotta be prepared for what's to come. You know, where you can let off some stress and interact with other folks over at twitch.tv/SyberNinja with an S. You can do that.
I'll probably lurk. I lurk there every once in a while. I might be there.
You might stop by. It's okay. Vegeta.
I lurk everywhere.
Beyond the usual, might do
are we just rolling credits? Like, is this, what do you got going on?
No, beyond the usual stuff, I might do my taxes this week.
Taxes? Okay.
My W-2. So
one for me too.
I'll probably end up owing money. I don't want to do taxes.
Nope. Somebody owes me money, 1,200 of it. I forgot.
I hear you. Well, chat, for me, if you're watching this, if it's your first time here on the stream, first of all, welcome. We do Coin Op Conversation once a week, every Tuesday around the 9 o'clock time frame. We more than likely will not be changing that time frame. That's probably going to be pretty solidified for me and John for sure for the foreseeable future. If you're watching this on YouTube, obviously that's when we're live. I'll be uploading them a week behind. So you're always going to be behind a week, but you can find us here on Tuesdays. Vegeta and Gamer more than likely will always be up here as well as guests, but we might have some other people as well. I've tried to contact a few that didn't pick up the phone, Fumi, so I can have them on here as well to talk about some things. And Jay, I'm sure Jay would love to do some talks. Actually, he just said in the chat, if you ever do video game talk not centered around arcades, because I never had any real access to an arcade in the boonies, I am your man. Hit up them DMs, but not Coin Op.
I'm telling you though, you got to have an episode with Fumi to explain the whole ECC trip, because I'm telling you, that's an amazing story.
No, so Fumi, I want Fumi on here anyway, because I would like to just pick his brain about that era anyway. I know what it was like growing up with him and me playing, but that doesn't mean I always knew what was going through his mind in certain areas. So I would like to pick his brain there, just myself as well. But for me, guys, tomorrow we will not be streaming. Thursday used to be the Weekly Geekly. If you don't know what that is a podcast that we do with Eric's Reloaded's YouTube channel. He also streams it live here on Twitch. Jay, thanks for the 7 months in a row. Appreciate it, sir. And we talk about Marvel, DC, comic-related stuff. And right now we're doing the WandaVision reviews. And we just did the first 2 episodes last Sunday. We will be doing it again this Sunday, as we have switched off from Thursdays. So I will be streaming late this week, probably Phasmophobia, probably some other games. I downloaded Monster Sanctuary. That game looks pretty good, so I might be playing that. I'm going to try to play some Street Fighter as well. So we'll see. But tomorrow, it's a day off for me. I'm going to sit with the fam and watch some TV. Try to talk my wife into finishing Cobra Kai because it's a great series. I watched all 3 seasons and I think it's very good.
She hasn't finished that series yet. That series is awesome.
I had to finish it without her because she wasn't like getting as hooked as I was hoping she was. But I'm gonna tell her to go ahead and finish it anyway because I actually like it. What's that?
I can't remember how many seasons it was. I watched it, but I don't know if I stopped at season 2.
So it was 2 seasons on YouTube. The 3rd season is on Netflix, and that just released 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah, then I haven't seen season 3 yet.
Season 3 is really so. Season 3 is weird because they take it in a different direction, and I'm not okay with the direction, but at the same time, I still think the writing is good, and I see where it could go. So I'm excited for it. First 2 seasons were amazing. This one was. You could definitely tell it was taken over by Netflix.
Yeah, you could, but I still like it. It's still, if they go a direction that I hope they go, it can be really good.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for as well. We'll see what they do with season 4. But okay, chat, we are going to be finishing up here. We will see you next Tuesday, and then if you guys want to make the return call here, I will be here Thursday and Friday, probably doing some other games as well. So you guys have a good evening. You guys want to say goodbye to the chat?
Later, chat.
Chat.
Peace.
Yep.
See y'all next time. Same
next
Cyber
week.
Time, save Cyber Channel.
And with that, stay defaulty, everybody. And we're going to just sit here and look awkward for about 5 seconds so I give people watching on mobile time to catch up. So we'll see you guys later.